Thanks for joining today's Snapshot for February 18th. Yesterday at Dr. Martin Luther Church, we had nearly 80 people attend the Ash Wednesday services at noon and 7 p.m. It was wonderful to see the devotion on the part of our members. I want you to know that we decided, in light of the attendance, to add a noon service for the remaining Wednesdays of Lent. Enough people said they thought they could attend that more easily than an evening service. So it will be a brief devotional service. I'll play a hymn, maybe two, and we will have the same theme as the evening service on the 7 deadly sins. Next week, we'll talk about envy. And of course, we will have warm church for Saturday night and Sunday morning. I hope you can attend one of our weekend services if you are comfortable coming out in this COVID era. Well, on this day, February 18th, separated by nearly 200 years, two events occurred in the United States that were linked. One was the publication in 1885 of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Samuel Clemens Mark Twain. Basically, it was an anti-slavery novel, as Jim, the enslaved person, was lifted up as a strong, brave, wise, and generous person, and Twain took a very satirical look at slavery and racism in the United States. It's a shame that some people did not want the book in their public schools anymore because of what they thought was a stereotypical depiction of Black people. But it actually was one that was formative in American understanding of slavery. In fact, Ernest Hemingway called that novel the perfect American novel, upon which others were based that followed it. Well, the other event that was tied to this publication in 1885 happened 200 years earlier, nearly, in 1688. The Quakers in Germantown, Pennsylvania, adopted the first anti-slavery resolution in America. That was 175 years before the Civil War. It was amazing. The Religious Society of Friends, or Quakers, by the way, they're called Quakers because George Fox, the founder, told a magistrate in England that he should tremble or quake before the name of the Lord. Some said it's because some of the friends, people who are members of the Quakers call themselves friends, sometimes trembled during their services. In any event, the Quakers were unhappy with the institutions of the Church of England. They did not think there should be any intermediary between them and God, and the Church of England is nothing if not institutional hierarchy. And they said you should go back to the primitive ways of Jesus, his teachings about nonviolence and simple living, concern for the marginalized. And so those have been the hallmarks of this Religious Society of Friends ever since. They like immediate and equal access to God. So of course they have no clergy. They don't think the sacraments are important. And rather they like to sit in silence until God speaks to them indirectly. Maybe someone will speak in a meeting and maybe someone won't. I talked to a good friend of mine yesterday. In fact, we went together to get the COVID vaccine, our second ones, on Tuesday. And I asked him what he does when he goes to Quaker meetings now that they're online. He says he gets a cup of coffee, turns on the computer, and usually sits in silence staring at the screen for about 15 minutes. Not my style, but definitely his, and I'm glad he can do it. God bless you today. Now I'm going to close with this hymn. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. Enjoy the day peacefully.